and welcome. Thank you for watching. We are out here at the Hancock Campground in Lincoln, New Hampshire. What you got for a shirt there? Look at that. A cat, a cowboy cat riding a shark, spitting rainbows.
There you go.
Now that's something. But as you can see, there's a fire pit here, there's a picnic table, and that's about it. We're gonna set our tent up over here. So we're gonna get going. Okay, we got everything set up. Just a few more things to put around. Let me show you around. This is the Cabela's Alakanac Outfitter Series tent. And I put these ropes, twine or whatever, up there because it had the stove has a little hooks up there to keep the stove pipe from blowing away in the wind. There are vents on the side and windows up top. The vents allow the heat to move so we don't get condensation inside. And let's take a look inside. Still a little bit to go. We got our kitchen set up there. We're still setting up our cots. We've got the little buddy heater we're using. This stove is a Winterwell large with the windows on 3 sides. And we got to go out and get some firewood before we can start that up. So that's what it is. We put a carpet down so it makes it, I gotta sweep that off, and the carpet makes it a little warmer on the feet, especially if you take your shoes off. And that's it. So we're going to go into the town and get some firewood so we can get a fire going. Well, we have come out here to the river to check it out and see what we can see. All right, we made it out here today, and the water's real high because they had a lot of melting. But I just want to see, we came out to see how much frost there is. Oh. Oh. That is too much frost. Yeah, even below an inch, it's too deep. Won't be able to get any material. We came out here to see if it's possible to get some material. But it looks to me like the season is over for out here. But that's okay, because we got material that we took from here last time we were here, and we're going to run that. We also have concentrates, so we have things that we can do. But it sure is pretty out here. But it's windy and colder than you know what. So we're going to pick up that firewood we need and head back to camp. It's getting late in the day today. Took us a while to get set up and get up here. But stick around, don't go away. Well, we made it back from getting the firewood and checking out the river. We got a fireplace going. Warming up?
A little bit.
Getting there. Got a new lantern. And these great new lights, LEDs. They light up well. Kitchen setup, we had to get water. Fire's cooking, should be warm in here soon. As you can see, it's snowing. And we got a fire going. We just got back from the premiere. We had to go into town. We don't have quite, we have cell service here, but it's not good enough to watch the premiere because it's spotty. But it's snowing now. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. And we're gonna go in, warm up the tent, and probably hunker down here for tonight, and we'll see you in the morning.
Good morning. Wasn't bad in here. Had to get up a few times and fill up the wood stove with wood. Cold out. A little blustery. It snowed last night. But it's time to get up and start the day.
The river's back that way. And just a short walk over this hill is our tent. Gotta be careful going down this. I don't have the best shoes on. Down I went. Oh. Whew. Well, it seems like a nice day today to go out and find some gold. Now, yesterday we tried to dig through the frost with our hammer, and it was just like cement. So today we're going to see if we can find a propane torch and melt it, because we gotta get the gold. Well, we made it out to the river. You can see we have a little shelter we brought to keep us out of the wind. You can see the river is frozen. I don't think I'm going to be going in there. But what we came to do is get gold out of here. Right about there. That's where the gold is. But yesterday we tried to get through it with a hammer. That wasn't happening. So today I got a propane torch, went to Home Depot and picked one up, and we're going to try to melt it. And we'll see how that goes.
I'm sitting in our new bubble where it's nice and toasty. We got a heater going down here.
We got a lighter. So much for the automatic start on this. Doesn't work.
Doesn't work?
No. Brand new. Hey, nothing.
What do you want for $29.95? I can see it melting. If we can just get through that first inch or two of frozen dirt underneath, it might not be frozen. Yeah, we're gonna get the gold, no matter what it takes. I see the ground steaming. We had plans for a bigger flame torture, but they didn't have it. So we ended up with this smaller.
Well, we tried out the propane torch and it looks like it's gonna work. It's thawing the ground out. It's slow, but all we want to get is like a bucket, and which we're gonna classify it down to probably, we have a what, a 3/8 or
3/8.
like a 3/8 classifier. And we're going to classify it down, dry classify it, because I'm not going in that water over there. But it started to rain. I think it just stopped. So that's why we came in our bubble. This is our bubble that we use for coming out on the river when it's cold or windy. We use it at the camp as a bathroom. But today it's a shelter. We've got a heater in here. See down there? Gotta have heat. It's only about 32 degrees out, so it's not bad. But you get working, your feet get cold, your hands get cold, you come in here, warm right up. What you got there? What is that?
I don't know, dinosaur?
It's a dinosaur wearing a Santa's hat. He's got a Christmas tree, too. He's got a Christmas tree. Huh. Still wearing his festive holiday attire, even though it's gone past by what, a week? It's the last day of 2020. The very last day. Tonight is New Year's Eve. So I don't know if we're going to make a New Year's dinner, but I think we talked about maybe getting some Chinese food. We're gonna go out and melt that dirt.
You making any progress?
I wish I could wash those off, but I don't have my rubber boots with me. Think I can get down close enough to get a little water? Just to rinse?
I don't know, because there's ice and snow all along there before you can get to the water.
Let me see. I only need a little water because I can reuse it.
But I agree, we should wash them off somehow. A lot of sand stuck to those rocks. See if we can get some water. Don't get your boots wet. Wow, you got like a full bucket.
I just want to rinse the rocks off. Bits of ice. Pretty good. I gotta reuse this water. Now I want to go down and get more.
Yeah, good idea.
I hope I find enough gold to pay for the propane. Taking a break. We've got almost what we wanted. We were hoping to get a bucket, which is really just a half a bucket because a full bucket's just too heavy to carry out of here. And that's going to be about, I would say, 4 to 5 pans. Large pans. When we get back to camp, I'll probably use a smaller pan because I got to conserve water. I got to buy the water. Well, I could take water from here, but I have no way to transport it there. And the river by where the camp is, you got to get down a cliff to get to it. What do you got?
Alpine yodels.
Alpine yodels. What are those, winter yodels?
Yeah. Oh,
You even got the winter
look,
yodel.
they're messy.
What are they, a little frozen?
A little bit.
A frozen yodel. So the propane torch is working. It's just going slow. But it is what it is. You gotta get the gold.
Yeah.
I thought that the frost would only be about 1 inch or 2 thick, maybe 6 inches, but as you can see, I'm down 8 inches and there's still frost. I was hoping to get under it and pop it up.
Looking good. I was hoping we were gonna hit some thawed ground under there, that we wouldn't have to defrost at all.
Yeah. We're in a bubble.
It's warm.
It's warm in here. It's nice. Once you get in the bubble, you don't want to leave. We leave it vented up here so we don't get asphyxiated, and you'll see a picture of us like that. But anyway, we've got just about a half a bucket, and we've done a good job on the hole. It's a good size hole for the winter when you got to melt it. And we're going to pack up here, and we're going to bring it back to camp and pan it out and see what we get. Okay, we made it back to the tent, and that noise you hear is not the river, but wind. It's really windy. It just picked up right after we got here. It wasn't even windy when we got here, but then it picked up. So it's much too cold and windy outside to pan that stuff down. We wanted to do it outside because it'll just be too messy to do in here. We have nice carpets in our deluxe shelter here. So far it's holding up good in the wind. It's kind of rattling around. So we're gonna call in some Chinese food tonight because it is New Year's Eve. Tonight is actually New Year's Eve. It may not be when you're viewing it, but it's New Year's Eve tonight. So we're gonna call in some Chinese food, and we're gonna go down into the town, pick it up. That's the plan. And so don't go away or you'll miss it all. I can't get through to the Chinese food place. It's like everybody in all of the mountains have come out from under every rock to get Chinese food. It's just busy signal. So I guess we're gonna make something. So we might as well make our own Chinese food. And that's what we decided to do. But before we do that, we gotta go into town because we have an upload tonight for Facebook. If you're not a member on our Facebook, the Hippie Explorer on Facebook, be sure to join that because we put videos up there. There's a link in the description. So we're gonna run into town, do that, and then we'll be back and we're gonna make something to eat. Don't go away. We made it back to the camp. I just got finished cutting some firewood because it's cold and windy. And we got to warm up inside the tent. And then we'll be cooking. I'm getting hungry. It's getting late. It's a late dinner tonight. Well, it's New Year's Eve, so everything's a little bit later on New Year's Eve. Some peppers. Well, we're ready to make some dinner. We got some onions in here, and we're getting them started. Okay, the onions have started, and we're going to throw in some red and yellow peppers. All right, and we're going to give them a head start with the onions, and we'll be back. Okay, the peppers and onions are done, and we're going to try something new. These are dried Montmorency cherries. Montmorency. Never heard of them. I tasted them, they're not bad. So we're going to take some cherries, put them in there. Oh, I dropped a cherry on the stove. That's probably going to get hot in there. Put it in the pan, we'll pan it out. A little more cherries, like that. And we're putting in some cut up chicken breast into little bite-sized chunks. Okay, we're going to get that started. And we'll cover it and we'll be back. Okay, the chicken is halfway done, and this is when I like the season, when it's halfway. And we're just going to make sure. Yep. And everything looks fantastic in there. So, first thing we need is a little minced garlic. I don't know, how many cloves is that?
A few.
All right. And of course, some soy sauce. A couple tablespoons of soy sauce around there. A little bit like that. And I like ginger. Ginger gives it a nice spice, so that was a good amount of ginger. Maybe a tablespoon of ginger, maybe a little less than that. Little hippie honey from our bees. They made some delicious honey this year. It's a dark honey, Honey tends to bring all the flavors together. And one more ingredient. This is wild tree rancher steak rub. And we use it on a lot of different things. Because it's good. I'm going to put some in there.
What's in that steak rub?
I'm not sure. I know there's salt and pepper in there, but
Oh, it doesn't say?
it doesn't say on it. It's from Wild Tree Rancher Steak Rub. So we're going to put some of that in there. Good helping. I think that's good there. And that's it. We're going to let that cook. We're going to mix it all up first so you don't get a big bite of garlic. Look at that. That looks amazing. And we're going to let this cook until the chicken is done. And we'll be back. Chicken looks done. Hey, look at that. It has a nice sauce. And everything looks cooked. So we're going to take this off. And we're going to put it over some rice. So we'll meet you at the table. Look at that.
Look at all those cherries.
That'll go good over that with some sauce on the rice. That's how we're going to do that. And then we'll meet you over at the table. We're going to give it a taste and we'll tell you what we think. All right, here we are at the table and we're going to give this a try. And it smells really good.
Smells great.
Taste those cherries in there?
That's really good with the cherries and the peppers.
I think I like the cherries better than the oranges. When we made this with oranges. But the seasoning from the steak rub that we put on there really gives it a good little bit of a spice.
Yeah, that's good.
So we're going to eat this and then we'll be back. We have about a minute left until midnight. And we want to say thank you for watching. We had a great time up here. We weren't sure if we were going to get out and on the river and get anything with the way it was frozen.
But we did.
We did. What do you think of the new bubble?
I love it. We can go out there even in a blizzard or a hurricane.
Yeah, I think it's great. And it's heated. So we're going to be running those materials in our next episode. And that's about it. We thank you for watching. There's about 20 seconds left until midnight. I want to say hit that subscribe button. Support our sponsor, thehipbee.com. And put a comment down below. Hit that like button. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Tom. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
All right, well, we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.